Hello and welcome to the channel, and welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. Um, if you're new here, I've been going at this for a year, and I've grown all these fish out from coin-sized fry, most of them. A couple of them I got at about 3-4 inches, but all the same, I've grown these fish out. They're not all adults yet. Um, these two right here, the yellow and the orange, are actually the newest ones, and they're just growing like bad weeds. Um, but yeah, please consider subscribing because I've got my basement. I'm building it up. I'm going to have lots of tanks soon. Well, I've already got what in the year I've been doing this. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tanks in the house right now. I'm going to organize everything in the basement. We're going to get more tanks going. But this is my main tank, and this is where the magic's happening right now. And we're raising these guys up to start a breeding program. I've got breeding tanks. You can see that in my videos. I can show them to you now, but the point of this video, and we'll get on with it like the title is going to say, is to discuss fish medication in countries like Canada. And I think it's happening in Great Britain as well. It's probably going to happen across Europe if it hasn't already. The Americans, they're doing what the Americans do, and thankfully so, because it's sort of a rough situation, and it's disrupted the industry here in Canada, the fish keeping or fish selling industry even, because what's happened is when the government instituted these new laws to ban fish medications, specifically what they're trying to do is remove antibiotic medications from the water table. That's their excuse now. So that's the virtue signaling that's going on, and it sounds like a great idea. Hey, we don't want all these antibiotics in our water, but I could cut myself. I can go rub polysporin on that cut, and then go take a shower, and I would release more antibiotics into the environment than a dose of fish antibiotics added to some water. It's sort of a ridiculous argument, but I'm not going to get into that right now. And give me a second. So, anyhow, we have to put up with it, and no more antibiotics on the market available in Canada for treating your fish. Instead, what they give us, or what we have to use now, is things that have like tea tree oil and eucalyptus oil and stuff added to it, and you put this in your water, and that'll help you with your bacteria problems. So at least there's a solution. API's on the ball. They're reformulating their products so that they can legally sell them here, and that's a good thing. Also, this has probably never been an antibiotic. I think they've had this product for a while regardless, but this is what we get to use. I just got some of this. Both these items are now available in one of the big chain pet stores here in my city, because and for almost maybe 3 years now, somewhere in the neighborhood of 3+ years, all the chain stores would not stock anything that was considered a treatment at all, because the government, when they passed the law, they sent a bunch of yahoos around to all the pet shops and scared the living bejesus out of them all, pulled every single form of treatment, even stuff that has nothing to do with bacteria, off the shelves, and threatened all the stores that if they restock, they'll be fined massively. So like even still, the small mom and pop pet shops, they just won't stock anything to treat your fish because they can't absorb that possibility of a fine, and clearly the enforcers don't understand the law they're trying to enforce. So it's really caused a problem, and a lot of people in my city are giving up on fish, or have been giving up on fish, because when their fish get sick, you have to call a vet, and and then a vet has to assess your fish. I think the government expects you to bring your fish into the vet, which is just gonna, if you did that with a sick discus, he just die. But and then the vet, like you bring your dog in. Well, when you go, like, for example, my father just brought his dog to the vet um, yesterday, and nothing serious was done to the dog. It was examined. Um, it was given, heartworm and flea-resistant medication to last the year. I think they might have hit it up with a vitamin B shot or something, and they charged him $750 to do that. Okay, so who in the right mind, is gonna? It's just ridiculous. I would have to call a vet to my house. That would cost even more. So a lot of people are bowing out of the industry. That's why I'm getting all these free large tanks. They're just giving up. They're like, get it out of my house. Posting them online. Get it out of my house. They're angry. And but the good news is things are changing. And when it comes to discus anyway, like bacteria can be a problem, but with ample UV, you keep that at bay, and it's not a problem. So I really have never had a need for this. I have this because I wanted to see if bacteria was killing my discus eggs, and that wasn't the problem. So now I'm going to see if fungus is killing my discus eggs, and that might not even be the problem. And come this weekend, my new water filtration system will arrive, and so we'll hit it like that, and we'll see if we fix the problem there. So I've also got a new anti-parasitic medication coming for the discus, and it's sold out of the next city over, so I'm buying it in Canada, and it contains no antibiotics either. It's just stuff to deworm, basically. So stuff's becoming available again, and that gives me hope, because when a year ago I was like, wow, I bought some sick fish. That's what happened, and that's what people have been doing. I got caught up in that. I mean, I've lost 10. They were small. 5 of them I lost in the first batch. I bought 8 small discus off a guy, and they were sick. They were coin-sized, and I still have 3 of them. I managed to save 3 of them, but I had to spend a lot of money on medications that I wasn't even sure I was allowed to buy at the time. I found fellow fish keepers who had an ample supply, and they kind of helped me out. So that's how I got around it. But now I'm starting to be able to find things, and so there's hope for fish keepers in Canada, because the companies are reformulating their products to ensure that they're not a problem. They're relabeling the products too. Instead of calling them fish treatments, if they call them water treatments, it seems to get past the enforcers. So things are getting better. If you're a Canadian fish keeper, I'm sure you've run into this problem. You've been a little concerned about it. Amazon seems to be listing a lot of the products now that are not antibiotics. You'll see a difference if you go to amazon.ca, what's available, versus amazon.com, what's available. Do not try to order stuff, because if the border guys catch you trying to order a fish antibiotic, you get in trouble. So, it has to be anti-parasitic. There can't be any antibiotic component in the product. And so if you're Canadian, find the products that are shipping out of Canada. That's really what I think is the safest bet. It's not crossing any borders. So if you're not supposed to be getting it, which I don't think that's the case, they wouldn't be openly selling it online from a Canadian city like that and risking the huge fine. But it's just a good way to make sure you're not ordering something that might get you in trouble. And that's what I've been doing. I've been ordering from places that sell within Canada, ship within Canada, and that's and it works. Like they're not stopping anything. The things are getting through, and the things I'm ordering again have absolutely nothing to do with antibiotics. So, like medical antibiotics. That's what they're trying to get rid of. And so there are solutions, and they're starting to appear. And thank the Lord, because if it took too long, and it's gonna save a lot of fish. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.